Lynda Halligan, and this is Hollywood's Top 10. The count is on for the royal wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton, and while we usually have you rank your favorites for us on our website, today we have ReelzChannel movie reviewer Richard Roeper here with us, talking about your favorite royal movies. Thanks for being here.
Lynda, my pleasure.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I, of course, am the Dark Knight, but that's not official royalty, as you know.
No, it's not. Yeah, and a lot of good ones just in the last few years, too.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we'll continue to check back with you throughout the show. But check this out. You can watch our live coverage of the royal wedding, yes, live, right here on ReelzChannel, Friday, April 29th, including live reports from London. Now, if you can't get up early enough to watch it as it happens, we'll also bring you all the best moments in our royal wedding highlight show, airing all weekend long. The other Boleyn Girl got mixed reviews. Some thought it was silly, some just thought it was boring. Why did it make your top 10?
It was silly, but it was never boring. Lynda, we have to remember, you know, the royals, there's all this majesty and history, but they're also sometimes kind of silly, and it's like a long episode of All My Children, and that's why I chose that film, because it just really gets into the soap opera aspect of the royal family.
Yeah, kind of fun.
Yeah, it's about as historically accurate as an episode of the Flintstones, but that's okay once in a while.
Hey, do not knock the Flintstones. I love Keira Knightley. I mean, she's got it all. She's got the looks, the talent, the brains, the personality. How much does she bring to this role?
She brings a lot to this role, and Keira Knightley and Emily Blunt have this in common. They're modern actresses who can play period pieces. Sometimes you see today's actresses, and you just, Kirsten Dunst, for example, playing Marie Antoinette, you just never buy it because they just have a modern acting style, but Keira Knightley can pull it off.
The Queen is innocent. I haven't seen this one since I was a kid. I don't remember it that well. It came out in 1981.
Right.
Now, there's plans for 2 remakes, not just 1, but 2.
Right. Yeah.
And do you really think we need 2?
Well, at least 1, because as much as I love that film, you'll notice there, because it was made in the 80s, they all have Bee Gees haircuts. So I think, you might get something that, with the improved special effects and the CGI and everything, I think a modern version of Excalibur, even though it tells a historical tale, would be really cool. I'm looking forward to both of the remakes.
Both of them. Yeah, well, we have come so far, technologically speaking,
Right.
so it'll be interesting to see. I think it'll be more entertaining.
I think so, too.
Oh, she is so good. Helen Mirren got her first Oscar nomination for her supporting role in The Madness of King George. Later, many years later, she played a different queen, and we'll probably talk about her a little bit later on.
I think we might.
Right? Was this good training for her?
Well, I think Helen Mirren, like a lot of these actors, they have Shakespearean training, so I think they love doing these roles where they really get to spout all this dialogue, and no matter what you say, it sounds very important. I'm going to the loo right now. And you're like, hey.
You're going to the loo now?
I might.
We're not done with the show, Richard.
All right, I'll hold it.
Now, Cate Blanchett was nominated for an Oscar for this movie. Also, 9 years later for Elizabeth, the Golden Age. How do you feel about actors being nominated numerous times for the same role, like Paul Newman in The Hustler and The Color of Money?
I think it's fascinating, Lynda, when an actor does a role as a young performer and then years later revisits it, because you think about how they have to become the character, forget about that, do 20 other movies and then come back to it. And I think it's a real testimony to the skills of certain actors that they can revisit a role in a different point in that character's career and just become that character again. It's really amazing work.
And she was great in both of them.
Absolutely.
And she's always good. Come on.
She's never given a bad performance. She really is. Or Meryl Streep never has given a bad performance in her life.
Judi Dench, another one, always amazing.
Yeah.
1 year after Mrs. Brown, she took home the Oscar for Shakespeare in Love for playing Queen Elizabeth. Right? Now, why did you put this one on the list instead? Because Shakespeare in Love's not really a royal movie?
Yeah, even though she has such a key role in just 8 minutes of screen time, she won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. I think in a way, though, Lynda, she won it for both performances because she was so good in Mrs. Brown as well. So I say watch them back to back.
Welcome back to Hollywood's Top 10. ReelzChannel movie reviewer Richard Roeper is with us today, counting down your top 10 royal movies. Now, how do you feel about Americans playing royalty from other countries?
Everybody likes to do the different accents, Lynda. All the Australian actors are taking all the American roles, and the Americans like to play the Brits, and the Brits like to play the Americans. And I'm just glad that Madonna never got cast in a movie about the royals, because she's got a British accent, even though she's from Michigan.
That is true. That is very true. 2 classic actors. Both were nominated for Oscars. Katharine Hepburn won, but she tied with Barbra Streisand for Funny Girl. Now, I can't remember a tie in the Oscars in my, since I've been alive.
No, there hasn't been one.
Does it happen now? Do they still allow it?
I think if it happens now, speaking of British royalty, Simon Cowell gets to decide who the winner is. So
interesting.
It's very, very rare when that happens.
Oh, I love this movie and the performances. Now, The King's Speech came out in late November. It is still in some theaters. A lot of royal movies don't really appeal to the wide audience. What's different about this one?
Yeah, I think a lot of Americans say, I don't want to see all these stuffy Brits and their problems with money and ruling the people and everything. But this was about a man and a friendship and overcoming a problem, which everybody can relate to. It's a great film, and I'm not surprised it did so well at the box office.
Right, and I really wanted it to win the best Oscar. A lot of people were talking about The Social Network. This was my pick, so I was very happy when it won.
It's a great film.
Yeah, and Colin Firth is amazing, too. All right, well, stick around. Richard's favorite royal movie is coming up next on Hollywood's Top 10. great movie, incredible performances.
Okay.
I felt at times like I was watching a documentary, like I was really watching Tony Blair and the Queen.
Such a feeling of authenticity, and it's amazing, Linda, because in these period pieces you can understand the trappings of royalty, but here it is, the 1990s where this movie is set, and you see that the British people still have this fascination. The whole world has this fascination with the way the royal family works and the back and forth between the Prime Minister who's been elected and the Queen who's been there forever.
Absolutely, it's really worth a look. And the thing that I find interesting is that also Michael Sheen played Prime Minister Tony Blair in the HBO movie, The Special Relationship. Have you seen that?
Yeah, and he's terrific in that, and he actually played it in a British series called The Deal. So he's played Tony Blair. We talk about actors, returning to the same role. He's done it 3 times, and he's so good.
He's so good, and he's good in other roles as well, not just playing Tony Blair. Don't miss it. And if you want more information on any of the movies you've seen here today, just go to our website, reels.com/top10. Plus, remember to head on over to our Facebook page and let us know what you think about Richard's picks. Do you like them? Do you disagree? All right, he wants the 2 thumbs up. All right, Richard, thank you so much for being with us. As always, a good time.
Linda, it was a blast. Thank you.